Hello everyone, and welcome back. The last minute decision here, I decided it's time to go to the tent. Well, I just passed the halfway point on the way up to the tent. Right now I'm at about 130 miles into the trip. This is the first long run with the truck, so you still don't have any confidence. Seems to be running really nice. I mean, I've got quite a load. I've got the whole back of the truck loaded with wood. I've got the trailer behind that loaded with wood, so I've got quite a bit of weight back there. And it is different with the diesel. You just can't really feel that it's back there. According to my little computer or whatever the heck that thing is, it's popping around at 14.4 miles per gallon. And in town this last week, sometimes it drops down to 13.8. I don't think I've seen it higher than 14.5, and that's with no trailer, so it's doing pretty good. Just about to start the climb up the hill before Duluth, and it's strange because you watch now. I'm just going to start to go up the hill, and that turbo will sit around just right above zero. And then when you start going up the hill, then the turbo thing pops up. This is the first time it's actually dropped down into a lower gear on any hill. Looking at the weather for up there, it looks like the warmest that I saw for the next 2 days is 42. And tonight there's supposed to be some rain, and tomorrow morning possible snow showers, and it'll be down to about 30 degrees. So it should be a nice, not a bad weather weekend because the rain will be done tonight. So hopefully I can get some grouse hunting in. Like always, we'll take a look and see if there's any ducks on the lake. Should be a fun time. What do I do now? I don't want to get my truck dirty. Get this first month over with so I can just throw crap in here. Looks like the pine trees are shedding. I'm gonna have to get this off there. I'll be tracking this in the whole entire few days I'm here. Yeah, looks good. It smells good in here. It is so quiet here, all I can hear is my ears ringing right now. Looking at that top pipe, when I get to right there, looks like I'm going to have to replace that one. I did bring some up this time. I always bring some extra up right before deer hunting starts so I can fix things. That needs to be fixed. Well, now I have this pile of hardwood here, and of course last time I was up we split that, which is softer wood, that's pine, and I still have all that birch right there. So as far as if I need any more extra wood, I've got it up here. And next year I'm really hoping that right in this area, just to the left of that big pine tree and all the way across here, I want to do a probably 16-foot deep and 24-foot wide wood shed that'll have a metal roof on that I can start stacking that wood in here. So I want to keep bringing it up and cutting it and splitting it here, and then next year I can get it stacked in there and it can always be nice and dry. And I still have most of the bed of the truck here full of this hardwood too, and this I'm going to back up or get as close as I can probably to the front porch. I'll probably do it tomorrow. Get everything I need stacked there for the winter. This is still going to be pretty wet wood, but I got a lot of pine up there, so if you get some good coals and throw it in, it'll still burn. I still have everything I have to unload out of the truck, but it is grouse hunting season. It's time to run the loop and see if we see anything. Got my double barrel shotgun right here. I'll just hop in and drive the loop and see if anything shows up. One time I don't know, it was probably 4 or 5 years ago, I come around this corner right here with Max. He was up front and he was going kind of nuts, and I come around the corner and there was 2 grouse sitting right here on this corner. Scraped them both. It was awesome. There was just an otter in here swimming. I think I'll head back to the truck, finish out the loop, get back to the tent, and get things unpacked. I brought up a few packages, I think 2 of them that have 35 bottles in there and one that probably has 20 of bottled water. I brought up 4 bags of charcoal, so about another 64 pounds. I think I have about 3 bags up here, but it's time to start stocking up for deer hunting, and then winter right behind it where you can't get anything in here. Picked up a few $5 movies. I know I've seen these 2. I don't think I've seen the Green Lantern one, but I just like having a lot of these cheapy movies up here so there's something to watch. Well, I've got my grouse hunting double barrel sitting out in the truck in the case for when I go grouse hunting. The one on the top there, that's my Remington Gold Hunter, my duck hunting gun. If there's ducks out there I've had it happen before where there's ducks out in the lake in the morning when you look out there. But to get out to the truck, at that time there was no addition on the back of the tent. So you could only go out the front door. There was no way to get to the truck to get the shotgun without scaring the ducks. So now I bring it in. And then in the bottom one there is my little 22 Savage, what is that, a Mark II or whatever. Never know if there's going to be a squirrel or something out there. Let's see if there's anything else. Oh, I got to bring in this water. Okay, so counting this out, I have 166 20-ounce bottles of water. I've got 6 and just about 7 bags of charcoal. Looks like I have 10 bottles of water right there. I have 9 of them I put in the fridge. Beer in there. Beer was the first thing to go in. I have 19 containers of lighter fluid here, and I think I have 3 or 4 out in the outhouse. So I definitely have enough charcoal lighter fluid for the winter and deer hunting. I've got enough charcoal. I've definitely got enough bottled water too. I'll still end up bringing up a case of bottled water for deer hunting again, and I'll have even more. It's so nice to come here in the wintertime when it's 20 or whatever below zero, and you have all those bottles of water. You just got to take them out and thaw them out, and then you have water. You don't have to drag all that stuff in across the lake. So the only thing I got in here, I brought up this tarp. I have to put a tarp on the side of the tent because winter's coming. I'll show you guys. And then I said I brought up some of these, this one here actually, this is stovepipe. And I don't know if you guys remember earlier, I don't know if it was way early this year or whatever, when I had to replace this one. So this is a new one that I just made, so I'm bringing it up here so in case I have any trouble, I've got the damper. And right here on the side of the tent is where I'm going to put a tarp. See how I had one over there before, and then this one got rotted. And it's not a big deal because it is still, everything is fine. The roof hangs over farther, but when that snow starts building up, it'll go right against there. So if I can run a tarp down at an angle, it'll help out a little bit over the winter. So we'll make sure everything's okay in the outhouse. Oh, that's right, I cleaned it last time I was up here. Looks good. I'll have to do a little bit more with that tarp tomorrow, but it is supposed to rain tonight, so I thought I might as well throw it up now when it's getting pretty dark out there.
Early in the evening, then rain and a chance of thunderstorms after midnight. Lows 34 to 38. North wind 5 to 15 miles per hour. Gusts up to 30 miles per hour after midnight. Friday, mostly cloudy. Light rain, possibly mixed with snow in the morning, then a chance of light rain in the afternoon.
I think I'll bring some of this food inside. I wouldn't have to, I could just leave it out here, but I'll put some of it in the fridge. Yep, tonight I'm changing it up. I'm doing some chicken thighs. I did bring up pork steaks. I did bring up a beef roast. But tonight I'm going to do chicken thighs for supper tonight and for lunch tomorrow. It is so quiet out here tonight that I can actually hear the potatoes cooking. And I think I better enjoy it because you guys heard the weather. It sounds like it might get pretty windy and a little bit crappy out. I think I'm going to throw a couple of mesquite chips on here just to give it a little bit more flavor. Nice and warm in here now. 83 degrees in here. 48 degrees outside. Alright, well I have dinner for tonight and I cooked enough for lunch for tomorrow. Okay guys, it's almost 25 after 10. I'm going to head to bed. I really don't have to get up in the morning, but I'll automatically get up early. So I will see you guys when the sun is rising. Good morning everybody. It's about 20 minutes after 4. 37 degrees out. raining. Now it says 100% chance of rain this morning, up to an inch. It won't really let up until close to noon, so I think I will crawl back underneath the covers for a little bit. It's about 6 o'clock in the morning and it started to snow. I think I'll see how the old diesel likes 30-degree weather. Let that warm up for a little while and then I might drive the loop, and it's a little early for grouse, but you never know. Not much out this morning. That wind is starting to pick up out of the north. Well, I got that load in there. I think I'll back the truck out of here and then probably run the loop one more time for grouse. It's too wet to go walking in the woods right now. Then I'll come back and I'll grab a load from down where all the stuff is split, and we'll get this all filled up. I need some of this to be pine, and I do need a little more hardwood in here too. I think what I might do in a little bit here, I might run over, and my dad's coming up to the folks' cabin sometime later on today. I might go over there and grab the four-wheeler and run this wood up there with that. It's a lot easier than driving that big old truck up in the front. I opened up the wood stove about probably an hour and a half ago. I'm letting it burn out so I can replace those chimney pieces up on top, the top three, but it's still too hot, so I might as well run over and grab that four-wheeler right now. She's cold. Well, looks like I gotta get one more load. I need a little bit more hardwood here, so because I've got hardwood all along that back for half the stack, and then this right here is hardwood. The rest is pine. And you know winter's coming when I start putting wood in here, so I'll put some pine in there. I always put softwood in that part, and then I might bring a load out because I see when Zachary and Samantha were up here, they burnt all the wood that was by the fire pit. And you don't have a whole lot of fires there in the winter, but when you do, you don't want to have to walk all the way back to the wood pile to get some. But for right now, it is definitely lunchtime. It's about, what is it, 20 after 12. I'm going to make up, heat up some of those chicken thighs from last night and baked potato and a little bit of a vegetable. Starting to get a little chilly in here, and the stovepipe now is just warm, so I think I'm going to switch that out. Definitely, look at that. It definitely needed to be changed out. We're all filled up right here and over here. I'm going to run over, get one more smaller load here. I'd like a little bit more here, and then all my wood stacking for this season is done. Oh, I'm going to drive the loop again and see if I see any grouse. There have been so many people driving on this road today doing the same thing I'm doing. And I see people that have been out on four-wheelers and everything. This is a big grouse hunting weekend up here, so you never know. Maybe I will see something. You never know. I just saw a nice big doe across the road right here. And actually, this is right down by my far stand, the one that I usually sit in opening day. But it was a doe. But this year they switched the laws up here now. You can get either or. You can shoot either one buck or one doe, but I would never shoot a doe on the first day. I was actually talking with Melissa on the phone earlier and talking about deer hunting when I'm up here. I think when I come up here then I'm going to bring my other truck up, because I was just thinking about it when we park like on the side of the road to go into your stand. I always get completely off the road so other traffic can get by, and usually the passenger side of my truck just scrapes along the trees, and I could have cared less with the other truck. This one here, now being black, and one whole side would be scraped up. So I think this year, I'll bring the other truck up just for that deer hunting opener week. I think I'm gonna make me some biscuits here for later on. I'm gonna have to make me a cookie sheet because I don't have any up here. Supposed to put them in when it gets to 350 degrees. They look pretty good. All right, I'm gonna jump in and take a well-needed shower. Well, tonight for supper, I have pork steaks up here, and I also have a chuck roast, but tonight I'm gonna do the pork steaks. I was gonna do these on the fire, but I'm gonna do it on the barbecue. It's a nice 78 degrees inside, 38 degrees outside. I'm going to add some dehydrated onions in here. And some dehydrated mushrooms. Some olive oil. Some canned butter. A little bit of water. kind of a misty little freezing rain here, so I'm going to do this to keep the weather off the coals. That's a good looking dinner. Okay everyone, well it's 10:30. I'm just sitting here watching 10,000 BC, which I've seen before, but it's kind of addicting, but definitely time to go to bed. I'll see you guys in the morning. Good morning everyone. It's about 20 after 5. It's 35 degrees outside. It's windy. Definitely feels pretty chilly out there. Looks like it's official back home. The garden is done. It finally froze last night. Meanwhile, down in Louisiana, look at that. Yesterday it got over 95 degrees. Wow. I think I'll take and run the loop before all the hunters come out. You never know what you might find. Well, I already passed one car that was coming down here, so what I think I'm going to do, I haven't been out to Zachary's deer stand yet this year. I went out to Sarah's, I went out to both of mine earlier, but haven't been out to Zach's. This is kind of a long walk back, but I'm going to go check that out, make sure everything is standing. Can't remember if he's going to need a blanket on the front of his or not, so let's go check it out. Nice fresh deer track. It's a long way from his stand, but it's always nice to see a deer track. Well, there's his stand right there. There were all kind of trees that were covering this area the last couple of years after a storm went through, and I see that the DNR must have come out and cleared them all out. That's good. It's easier for the deer to walk through here, because his stand is right there now. And we have some fresh deer tracks right here. This is the perfect wind for this stand when it's out of the north like this, because you've got all this area that was partially cleared except for the pine trees that they're leaving up front, and it all blows back into swamp back there that you can't get into anyway. If the wind is out of the south here, then it's not that good. I didn't even see that. Looks like he has a temperature gauge, compass. And that wind is blowing right out of the northwest. Usually there's a deer trail that comes through here. Hard to see probably this time of year, but I just wanted to see if I could find it. I guess I can't tell. I think it runs right through here, but it's hard to say right now. A lot easier when all the leaves are down. Get a little snow on the ground. I seen this right when I got out of my truck, and I wonder if somebody did this or if the deer are starting to get a little bit ruddy. It's hard to say. Still got another month until deer hunting. Since the woods are fairly dry, I think I'm going to run down to my far stand. I know we've been out to it a couple times this year, but that umbrella that I have over the top got damaged last winter, and I don't think I've been up there to see how bad it is, so I need to take a look and see what I need to do to... I have a new umbrella for it, I just don't know if I have all the metal pieces underneath it, so I want to see just how bad or good it is. It just started to rain out. Well, apparently I already took the roof down. I just don't remember. I don't know. I remember it got ruined last year. I don't know if I put a new one up. That could be. There's one sitting on the top bunk in the tent. I'll have to look and see if that's the one. I had the hardest time with this stand. I moved it a couple years ago to face this direction because my other one, which was on that tree right there, faced that direction, and all the deer were coming mainly over here and going that way. Well, now last year, opening day, all the deer, there was a couple times they're all running over here, which is exactly the opposite way that I want to shoot, but there was still some that were the other way, so you just can't win in this stand. But I've shot a lot of bucks out of this stand, or this right in this area, so I'm always drawn to this every single opener. So for this stand I need to put the new umbrella up, and I need to bring a machete out here. It's been quite a few years since I did it and recut the little walking trail going in. It's fine now, but when you get that snow hanging on all of the brush, it ends up running right down your neck on the way to the deer stand. I think I'll go out to my far clearing stand. That's a short walk, and I know we've been out to that one a couple times too, but I'm going to check that one out and make sure that it hasn't got any damage over the summer, and then I really won't have to go back out to that one until I decide to sit in it. There's a deer bed right there. Yep, that stand's in good shape too. That one I never put an umbrella above, because with that pine tree above it, you really never get wet. Since I brought that trailer up here full of wood, I'm going to bring back this riding lawn tractor here. It ran good, and now this year or the end of last year it stopped running good, so I think it needs a carburetor clean, but it's not doing me any good up here unless it's running. I can use it to pull the trailer around, and my dad's leaving today, so he said he'd help me push it in the trailer. Well, we got it in there. We had to use the winch and pull it up in there because both the front tires are flat, and there must be a cable. You pull the little thing out in the back and you're supposed to be able to roll it. It won't roll, so he had to bring the four-wheeler over and we winched it in there, and then I just pulled it off my truck now, and I'll throw it on before I head for home.
Oh, that's probably nice.
Oh yeah, that's like right in there. Close enough for deer hunting.
Oh,
Yeah, both of them are right there. Looks like my dad's deer rifle is all sighted in and ready to go. I wish I would have brought mine up here. It would have been a good weekend to do that. Looks like it's time for lunch. Looking at the radar, it shows absolutely no clouds with any rain in them at all. Yet the sun comes out and then it'll rain pretty hard for a while and stop. But when I was up here, I don't know if it was last time or the time before, I walked way back in on this one trail and I found a pretty heavy deer trail. And I believe, if I remember right, the deer trail was 18-minute walk in from this road. I'm gonna go back and see if I can find it and try to follow that deer trail a little bit just to see. I was kind of in a hurry to get out last time, so maybe I can take a better look and see if there might be a good place to set up a stand. Well, we have 18 minutes to go that direction. A lot of places I have to get off the trail and go into the woods here. Right here, these are the trees that are hanging over where the trail is. Pretty sure this is right where it was. It was right by this mess of stuff. Well, I walked around in there, but it doesn't look any more promising than any other deer trail now. A lot of leaves are falling off every day, so it's hard to see. But if you remember in one of those last videos from up here, this is where the road teed off. I'm going to go down this way just for a little ways and see if I see anything. You can see pretty easy through this clearing area that they've been using this easy walking as a trail. Right along this trail, years ago, somebody had an old deer stand. This would probably still be an excellent place to sit, but you're a long ways from the road when you can't get back here on four-wheeler. Well, I definitely got my exercise so far today. Finish out the loop here and head back to the tent. I've just been hanging around here. Actually, I was talking to Melissa on Skype, and the lake finally just turned to glass. So I'm just gonna throw a worm out there just for a few minutes and see if any perch or sunfish happen to be out there. I doubt it with the way the weather's been, but you never know. Not sure if you can see it, but there's a nice rainbow. I think you can see it. Look at that rainbow. I'm going to make one last round here before I have to hook up the trailer and get things ready for tomorrow morning's ride home. But I was just running down to put a bobber in the lake, and I heard somebody shoot 2 times real close, so I'm sure that there's hunters all over out there again. I forgot that I put the bobber with the worm on there out, and I went and looked, and something definitely bit it, and it busted the line. Took the bobber, the hook, the sinker, and the worm, so should have been fishing today instead of grouse hunting. So tonight for dinner, I'm going to make up the chuck roast here. I'll eat it tonight, bring it home, have it for supper tomorrow night, because I usually buy lunch on the drive home, so should be good. Looks like I got 4 little potatoes left. I might as well barbecue those up. Those potatoes I made last night when I cut them up and put the onions and the mushrooms in there and the oil and a little bit of water and stuff, they were so good. Even at lunch today, they were awesome. Right now we have 72.9 inside, 38 degrees outside. I forgot I brought up a bunch more batteries. All right, everybody, it's dinner time. Okay, everyone, well, it's just about 10 o'clock here. I'm going to be heading to bed pretty soon. I'm talking with Melissa on Facebook. And tomorrow morning, I head home, so I'll see you guys in the morning. Okay, everyone, well, thanks a lot for watching. We'll see you guys on the next video.